Hi, crochet creators! Ever thought about throwing a birthday party for your pet? Well, now you have a reason to. I'd like to introduce you to our models. Meet Zero, a strong and handsome boy, the beautiful but feisty Tokyo, and the baby seal dog called Atlas. Let's begin. We'll need a bunch of different color yarns. This is actually a perfect project to use up all your scrap yarn. We'll also need a crochet hook, a pair of scissors, stitch markers, yarn needle, and a fork. Making the hat. We'll start with making a magic circle. Wrap the yarn around your finger to make an X. Grab the back loop with your hook and bring it forward. Chain 1, and then you can release your fingers. And there's your magic circle. Make 3 single crochets into the circle. Insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2. Pull on the tail to tighten the circle. Count back to the first single crochet and make a single crochet in that stitch. Grab your stitch marker and place that into this stitch. This is the first stitch of round 2. Place another single crochet in the same stitch. And now make 2 single crochets in each of the next 2 stitches. When you get to your stitch marker, remove it and place a single crochet into that stitch. Grab your stitch marker and place it into that first stitch of round 3. Make another single crochet in that same stitch. And now we'll be placing 1 single crochet in the next stitch, 1 into the next, and then 2 single crochets into the next stitch. One into the next 2 stitches. Remove your stitch marker and place a single crochet into that stitch. And again, place your stitch marker into this stitch that marks the first stitch of round 4. Again, make another single crochet into that very same stitch. We will always begin with 2 single crochets. Place 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches. Then 2 single crochets. And then 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches. When you get to your stitch marker, remove it and place 2 single crochets in that stitch. And then 1 single crochet in the next 4 stitches. And then 2 single crochets in the same stitch, followed by another single crochet in the next 4 stitches. We will continue this pattern by starting each row with 2 single crochets in the first stitch and then increasing by 1 more single crochet in every round. So this round would be 5 single crochets in between the 2 single crochet stitches, and I continued this until I had 9 single crochets between the 2 single crochets. I'm adding a new color here by tying a knot. I'm chaining 2 and inserting a half double crochet into every stitch around. This just makes the hat a little bit more fun, but it also adds a bit of stability to the bottom of the hat. To finish off this round, make a slip stitch into the second stitch of the first chain. Making the ruffles, this will be the one set of ruffles for the smaller hat. Insert your new color through the front loop and make a knot. Insert your hook, bring the yarn to the front and chain 2. Now make a double crochet into the same stitch. Make another double crochet into the same stitch. Now we'll make 3 double crochets into the next stitch, going through the front loop only. So insert 3 double crochets into every stitch all the way around, inserting them into the front loops only. To finish off, slip stitch into the first chain. Now you can cut your yarn and tie this off. To make a bigger size like I have for my dog, all you're doing is continuing the exact same pattern, but making a few more rows. You can always change colors as well to make this a bit more exciting. So insert your new color, make a knot, chain 1, make a single crochet in the same stitch, and place your stitch marker into that first single crochet of the next round, and continue making your hat. You can choose to add 2 rows of ruffles like I have for this bigger hat. So in order to do that, remove the stitch marker from the previous row, yarn over to insert a double crochet into the back loop only. Insert your stitch marker, and place another 2 double crochets into the same stitch. Continue this pattern all the way around, making 3 double crochets into the back loops only. To finish off, slip stitch to the first double crochet, making the top ruffles. Find the front loop and insert your new color. Insert your hook, pull the yarn to the front and chain 2. Yarn over and insert 2 double crochets into that front loop. Make 3 double crochets in every stitch around. You can fold the bottom ruffles in the hat to easily locate the front loops. Slip stitch to the first double crochet to finish this round. Making the pom-poms. To make the larger pom-pom, we'll be wrapping the yarn around the widest part of the fork. Insert your yarn into the middle, hold that tight, and wrap your yarn around the fork multiple times. Cut your yarn and make a knot with the beginning tail and the end tail. I'm making a couple of knots to make sure that it's secure. Pull this really tight. Remove this from the fork and cut both sides. I like to roll mine around a little and then to trim off the long ends. To make a smaller pom-pom, wrap the yarn around the top of the fork. You can make an even smaller pom-pom by wrapping the yarn around 2 or 3 of the fork tines or prongs. To attach the pom-poms to the hat, we'll need a yarn needle and a piece of yarn. Attach your needle to your yarn, make a knot, grab the pom-pom, place it where you would like, insert your needle, and sew it to the hat, making sure that the needle comes up through a different hole of the hat every time. If you don't want to use the sewing method, you can always glue the pom-pom onto the top of the hat using craft or fabric glue. Now you can do some trimming and weave in all your ends. I've decided to add letters onto the hats, so I'm going to show you how I did one for Atlas. Attach some yarn to your yarn needle, insert this into the hat, and then I'm twisting the yarn like this to give the letter a cool effect. I'm making the letter A. You can always add some craft glue along the letter to make sure that it stays in place. To make the ties for the hat, estimate where the sides are. Insert your hook into a stitch just below the ruffles. Make a knot and begin chaining. Just make sure that the chain is long enough to be able to make a bow underneath your pet's chin. You can really play around with the designs here, like Tokyos with half double crochets at the bottom, zeros with half double crochet and a single ruffle, or like Atlas with 2 sets of ruffles at the bottom of the hat. Your pet might play with the hat like Tokyo, might not care much like Zero, or might absolutely hate it like Atlas. Let me know how your pet reacted to these hats in the comments below. Check out my fur godchildren Zero and Tokyo and my actual fur baby Atlas's Instagram pages here. Please do tag us if you've made this for your pet. We would love to see what you guys have created. You can also follow me on Instagram at Forest Feather Fashion. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, happy creating!